So you want to be a great actor, which is fantastic. But to do that, you first have to know what acting is. Because surprisingly, a lot of people, including actors, have no clue. They think that acting is acting like the character. They don't realize that acting is actually taking action against an obstacle to get what you want. You know, like when you're mad. You're mad because you're not getting what you want, so you do things to take action to get what you want. That's acting. Actual acting. So why is that acting? Because it is the structure of drama. So drama, which is comedy and tragedy, is the form that screenplays and plays are written in. So let's be really, really clear about what dramatic form is. First of all, it always has conflict, and it starts with desire. Your character wants something, and there's an obstacle in the way, and it has to fight to take action against that obstacle to get to its desire, but the obstacle is going to fight back, so you're going to fight back, and there will be this battle between you and the obstacle. And that's going to create energy from the conflict, and that energy is going to go out as molecules physically vibrating into the audience and touch them and make them feel. It's also going to make you feel something and your partner feel something. So that's what acting is. Taking action against an obstacle to get what you want in an imaginary circumstance. And actually, you already know how to do it. You already know how to act, and act brilliantly. In fact, you do it all the time in real life when you're in conflict. Like when you're stuck in traffic or when you're having an argument, you just do it involuntarily. It's a knee-jerk reaction. But it is really hard to do that when we pick up a script, because suddenly we're in an imaginary world. And although it is drama, so there is conflict, our brains don't take the conflict seriously because they don't have to, because there's no real danger. So that's when we stop taking action like we would in real life if there's conflict or danger. And because it's emotionally safer, we start doing that really weird thing like acting like. Acting like is very two-dimensional, like you're on a screen, whereas taking action is three-dimensional, where you pierce the screen. Can you feel that difference that I'm doing right there? Acting like and taking action. And that acting like thing has nothing to do with real life or real behavior, which great acting is based on. As human beings, the last thing we want to do is be in conflict. It's scary, it feels weird, it's out of control, but as actors, that's our job. To put ourselves into the conflict of the scene and be vulnerable to all those feelings that come up. And that's what I do. I train actors to act, to take action using tactics against an obstacle to get what they want in an imaginary circumstance. And first we have to start doing it voluntarily, so eventually we can do it involuntarily, just like we do in real life. So, now that you know what acting is, let's start training.